Hello, welcome to the stream. We are here to hang out with Lopunny tonight. That is the majority of what we're doing tonight, is doing some Lopunny games. Sorry, I'm getting the DS set back up. I realized I haven't had it on in a bit. Because our last couple of hunts did not include it. Sam, how are you doing? Welcome on in. And also getting our... We're continuing the Tyrant hunt tonight, as I don't have another hunt that I can easily set up and perform on the Switch tonight. Doing good, I'm doing good. I worked today, which is, you know, always a good time. And got home, ate some food, and got a short up because I forgot to upload the short before I left for work. But, you know, it is what it is. Alright, I think the DS is raring to go. Let me hop over to the correct scene. And then also move everything. No, this one is good to stay there. That was the Finnegan hunt. The fossil hunt is the get up to 333 or 330 resets is wild. Although to be fair, we do 30 at a time, so that's not really that impressive, I guess. That's not really that impressive, I guess. Let me make sure our box is in the correct place. Nope, because I've been shiny hunting for Tepig, and I caught a Shalfa Charmander, as they're calling it. So I now have 2 shiny Charmanders. I caught a shiny Lucario. But that Tepig is just nowhere to be seen right now. I'm gonna have to resave my game. Wait, no, I was like, Lucario isn't this far back. Where's Lucario at in... There we are. In Living 5. Living 5. Aggron, man, my dupe boxes. Look at my dupe boxes. I have 2 full boxes of shinies. 2 full boxes of shinies, and they're dupes. These are duplicate shinies, and I have 2 full boxes of them. That's crazy. That's crazy. Draclage, I don't know where you go. I want to say you probably go right here after Malamar. You do. I was correct in my guesstimation. But yeah, I've been shiny hunting for Tepig. For those of you who don't know about, there's the way to increase the amount of shiny alphas that appear within Wild Zone 20. You can do a similar exploit in a lot of other places in the game. So I did set exploit to increase Dratini spawns, to shiny hunt Dratini faster, so that way there'd be 2 Dratinis instead of just 1. I did it to make, to increase Hawlucha spawns, where there would always be a Hawlucha and either a Hawlucha or a Pidgey spawn, and was able to shiny hunt Hawlucha. I was even able to do it, and I also say I was able to do it, I was able to find a video telling me how to do it, to do Wild Zone 17, kill the lions, take the 3 Bunnelbees all the way up to the end, bring the 3 Bunnelbees back to where they spawned to make 5 spawns happen in Wild Zone 17, guaranteeing that, but I don't know why the game does this, but if there are 5 Pokemon spawning there, it guarantees 2 of them will be Chespin, and I was able to do that and got 2 shiny Chespins. It was actually much easier when Chespin is guaranteed to spawn each time. And so now I'm doing it in the fire area, forcing there to be 4 fire spawns, and the game automatically makes sure one of them is always either Charmander or Tepig, which is how I've ended up with 2 shiny Charmander. I got a shiny Hippowdon, a shiny Lucario, and then, like I said, the shiny Charmander and the shiny Alpha Charmander, which I'm excited about the shiny Alpha Charmander, don't get me wrong. A shiny Alpha is always cool, but I really, really wish I could have just got the Tepig off rip. Also, that's where I got that second Aggron from, and I'm like, why couldn't it have been the Scrafty? Yeah, I don't know why it does that with the chest, but it's very interesting the way this game is put together. But let's start doing some fossils. So today we are doing some Lopunny decks. I got 2 decks I want to play around with. I don't know which one I'll play more. I don't know if I'll play either of them. Or rather, I don't know if I'll play both of them. I don't know if I'll play one for like 5 minutes and go, this sucks. Probably Dengo Rocks will be the one we come to later. So I already know how Goldango works. Goldango plays like Goldango. I'm still down to test it and play around with it because I do want to play Goldango and see how the Lopunny feels in it, but I kind of already know for the most part how that's going to feel. Probably pretty good. But I do want to check out the actual, like, just Lopunny deck. Do I think this is the best 60? I have no idea. We haven't really seen a lot of data about the Lopunny deck. I've seen some builds with 1 Ditto, 2 Dittos, no Ditto. I've seen builds with multiple Kangaskhan. I've seen builds with, like, no Hilda, with no Iono, no Lily's Determination, with just Cypher's Maniac, which doesn't typically have Pidgey. So I don't know. We'll play around with this and see how we like it. The main idea of how this deck is going to work is Mega Lopunny deals 60 damage for 1 energy. But if during our turn, Mega Lopunny started on the bench and moves into the active spot, either from us switching them in, from the active Pokemon retreating, from us, we don't play it, but if we had like Turo or Penny to pick up the Pokemon on the active spot and then Lopunny comes in, it does an extra 170 damage. So it does 230 damage for 1 energy. To note, because I have seen some people online being like, wait a second, this doesn't work like that. If our Pokemon gets knocked out and we promote Lopunny, that doesn't count because that's not during our turn. Or if we promote Baneri and then evolve it to Lopunny, that doesn't count. It's Mega Lopunny. Enters the top. It does 230 damage. And then we're also playing a Dusknoir line, a 4-2-3 Dusknoir line to basically help us fix the damage that we're needing with 130 or with 230. So that's kind of the idea. Mega Kangaskhan as a bit of draw power, and also like if we really need to, we can set them up. It would be a very slow setup, so they are mostly draw power. I could kind of see cutting them. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. I mean, the draw power is useful, but with Pidgeot and the Lily, I could honestly see going either one more Iono or Lilies and cutting the Kanga. I don't really see what its huge benefit is other than being able to do, you know, for 3 energy some additional, or maybe even a counter gain. I don't know. We're also running 4 Switch with 4 Jet Energy, which might be honestly overkill. We'll see as we move through this what, if anything, we need to cut and play around with this. Ditto, of course, Transformative Start on my first turn. If this Pokemon's in the active spot, I can swap it with any basic Pokemon in my deck. And then we have Klefki with the Mischievous Lock. This is basically to turn off Psyduck. Psyduck with its damp ability, turning off our ghosts. And yeah, so that's what we're going to be playing around with. We'll see how that goes. And I'll tell you about the Goldango deck when we get there, but it's just our normal Goldango deck with Lopunny. Although we're doing a Prime Catcher build. I believe we are okay going first, but I think we want to go second. I actually think we're okay going first. I don't know. I hate that I won the coin flip there. I really hate that I won the coin flip there because I don't want to have to make the decision. Because I don't know. I haven't played the deck enough to know. I feel like we actually kind of, I guess we want to go second when we can. I guess we want to go first if we're able to set up a Baneri so that way we can immediately start swinging. But otherwise, like right now, we're kind of dead in the water here because Lilies we can't use on turn 1. I don't know. That's an interesting thought to be thought. What an interesting thought to be thought. You're playing Conquest again? I have 6 more stories to get through before I finally see them all. I want to replay Conquest. What is this? Do I really want to attach an enriching energy to Dusk? The answer is no, I do not. What is this? Flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. That's kind of... what a weird addition. With Charizard and... what is this deck? And a trolley? What is this deck? What are we playing? Genuinely, what is this? Is this like a Mega Charizard build? I don't know. I haven't seen much of Mega Charizard. I'm just gonna figure it out as we go. Ho-Oh and Mew. Okay, so this is like a differing take on like Ho-Oh box, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I actually know a decent amount right now, I think, and this feels like something random. This feels like something random. They're going for a crisp spin, but they've already done an attachment for turn, so they're probably going to grab Grass Energy to Teal Dance, and if they have an energy switch, they could attack. I would like it if that didn't happen. I would very much like to not get attacked. Although they only do have 3 cards in hand. And I haven't done a restart yet with Mew. Now they can restart for 1. I assume they're probably digging for an energy switch. It's gotta be. I don't know why they'd be putting forth this much effort. Okay. Can I top deck Baneri? No, but I will take Pidgey. We could put Jamming Tower into play. It doesn't really do anything for us at this current moment, but I don't think it'll ever really do... well, actually it will. Because if this guy's inactive without that, so we'll hold on to the Jamming Tower. Because I only played 1. Okay. Ditto's useless to us now because we've already passed our first turn. So let's put down 2 Baneries. Or actually, I have a Baneri in hand. Maybe a Baneri Duskull. And get multiple out, because they're probably going to kill one here. We have 1 Dusk Noir, the other one's in hand. Okay. Okay. Then we'll bench the other one. And then I don't want to jet energy anything. Although next turn, we do have Lopunny, and we can start hitting. Our hand's honestly not too awful for at least getting an attack off. They're rare candying the Charizard. It is regular Charizard, not Mega Charizard. Honestly, I would like to top deck a rare candy. If I could top deck a rare candy, I could kill the Charizard. Or I could kill the Kangaskhan. They didn't power up the Charizard. They powered up the Kanga. So yeah, honestly, a rare candy helps me out a lot here. Alright, we have finished our first batch of fossils. Let's see if we got anything. We did not. Big surprise there. Big surprise there. Also increased the wrong one. Oh, look at all those heads you flipped. I have no energy for you to discard. Darkless, how are you doing? Welcome on in. Send up to the Duskull because we have to jet energy you. And we could boss and take 2 prizes. Which is, I guess, what we are going to do here. No! 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 You gotta evolve first. Gotta evolve first to do anything. Gotta evolve first. You wanna do anything? Gotta evolve first. I was like, well, jet energy. That wasn't a misclick. I mean, it was a misclick, but it's because I was talking. That was totally on me, though. That was totally on me. That was me being dumb. That was me clicking while I'm thinking. Yeah. I mean, we're still not out of this. We're still going to hang out in this game. Because there are definitely still plays that we can do. What else are you doing? Saw something about a new card that's so broken. I think it's like 3 additional prize cards. Yeah. It's for the Inz Zorark deck. I don't know if it'll get much play because it requires you to have like 3 full lines evolved, and I just don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening. Okay. We at least get to do something here. Maybe. I mean, we still have to hit energy. Which we whiff! Which we whiff! That's crazy. Man, this was all our own screw up. All our own screw up. That's incredible how much I screwed that up. That's crazy. That's crazy how much I messed that up. But if you get it up and running and defeat the right enemy, that's true. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. If someone makes it happen, like in a situation where like it's somewhat easy for them to set up, how am I losing to someone playing Friends in Paldea? I'm doing it to myself. That's how I'm losing to someone playing Friends in Paldea. Why would you a supporter to draw 3 cards? There's so many. That could have been a Lily's Determination and reset your hand. What a wasted. Oh, man. I'm just gonna concede. if I don't top deck something useful, I'm just gonna concede. I screwed up the game or the turn where I jetted before I evolved. I did that to myself. But this is my first time playing the deck. Our first game playing the deck. Surely, we won't let them win just by using a Lugia EX. Or we will. All they gotta do is kill this guy and they win. Okay, oh no. I got 6 cards, they got 3. Still can't get an energy. Cool. Still can't get an energy. That match does speak for itself. You're not wrong. And it speaks for how bad I am at game. That's what that match speaks for, is how bad I am at game. I know, you should drop me lower than 1487. That should have dropped me. I was at 1500. I just hit Arceus last night, and then I didn't play another game. That should have dropped me down to like 1300. I actually don't know if you can drop that low. Oh, we did do 3,333 resets. Welsh, how are you doing? Have you, how was your, Go Safari? I don't know what was happening over this weekend. I honestly was not too locked in on what was happening in Pokemon Go this, recently. But I know I saw some people posting about it. Am I going first or second? Ooh, I'm going second. So I can play Lily. And 38 shinies, that's crazy. That's crazy. What are the highlights? What was your favorite highlight? Sorry, did you say Ethan's Adventure? I'm sorry. Are we playing against Ethan's Typhlosion? I haven't heard that name in years. I actually played against Ethan's Typhlosion at the challenge I went to over the weekend, where I got second place playing Absolbox. I'm still a little perturbed about not getting first place at this challenge. I got second place because I tied with first place. But first place, we both had the same record. X wins, no losses, and a single tie. We tied to each other. But they had a round 1 bye. And the round 1 bye means that they automatically have a better win percentage than I do. So unfortunately, they won. Even though we had the exact same record, and I was at table 1 the entire day, because they had a round 1 bye, they played 1 less game than me, they got it. And I was like, I was so sad. But, you know, also happy that I got 2nd place. My first time playing Absolbox, like, to an actual, like, in-person event instead of just playing it online. You know, can't be too upset. I don't even know what I would want to... I feel like this is why I'm like, why do I want this Ditto? I guess I can make Ditto Kanga, and I could have draw power on board. But at the same time, that feels kind of scary against Ethan. And we have no way to remove... This is already going to be kind of... I actually don't know how this matchup is going to go. I already feel like it's probably going to be pretty bad. I feel like it's going to be a pretty rough matchup already. Just do, in fact... Oh, also putting this up means I have to put down Latias, don't I? Oh, that's actually terrible. I actually should not make this... I see the allure of making this draw power, but now I have to make this I have to put a Latias here, or else this is just stuck inactive. Unless we Jet Energy, is what I mean. Like, I mean, Jet Energy, we play... Let's see how many are, if any, are prized. Before I actually... Which, I mean, we also have switches as well, so it's not stuck. We don't have to make it Latias. We have ways around it. I think we should be okay. We should be okay. Seeing that we at least have a couple jets in there, I feel like we shouldn't have used that jet there. Check the Pokemon channel. I posted the pics. Okay, I'll check it out when my turn is over. Okay, Hilda is somewhat helpful. I don't like this board state, though. I feel like this is just bad. I feel like this is just bad board state. Alright, so I'm looking at Welsh's shinies that they got from playing at... what was this event? Go what? Swablu, Skitty, Scorpy, Unknown, W, Beware, Dedede, Tyrant, Phantom, Cagnia, Hoot, Murkrow, Houndour, Wigglytuff, Ralts, Togetic, Trevant, Meowscarada, ooh, that's a fun shiny, Cottony, Meryl, Ghastly, Feebas, Vulpix, Dedede, Smooth, Houndoom, Vulpix, Darkrai, Guardy, Swablu, Impidimp. Didn't Impidimp just get put into the game and they already made it shiny? Is that the fastest a Pokemon has had its shiny added to the game? Ghastly, Feebas, Clefairy. That's crazy. That's a lot of cool shinies. That's a lot of cool shinies. The Global Wild Area, that's what it was called. Okay, actually, hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hold up a second. Hurricane to you. I mean, I think we do just, like, get pretty killed by this guy, though. How many Ethans have they got in discard? Oh, only 2. Okay. But, I mean, next turn they probably get a couple more in discard, you know? I've already run errand. I've already run my errands. I don't think they'll be able to reach me this turn unless they have, like, an absolutely insane turn. Wait, I missed it. What happened to my energy? Wait, what? Yeah, what happened to my energy? I was not paying attention, clearly. Oh, that's crazy! Because it was on the Ditto. Oh, that's so funny. I didn't realize that was me not realizing all attached cards go with it. Yeah, definitely not worth it to put the Ditto in active. But I mean, that energy would have been stuck there no matter what. So I wasn't really counting on that energy to do anything. But for sure, I feel like it's just not worth it for all that. All right, we do have a second box ready to look at here. No shiny Tyrant. What a surprise. Opponent's putting a lot of thought into who they're going to promote. And it's Psyduck. Psyduck is the decision. Which must mean they... I mean, but they haven't... But they must not feel confident about being able to reach that level of damage right now. We also went up to 390. Tyrant's looked at now. 390 is wild. Unless our opponent lost connection and it's AFKing them now, that could also, I guess, be what happened. That could be what happened. Or they were just so afraid of how much damage I was about to deal. They just had to get out of here. Shadow Dark Arts fun. A few others were a few others shining on release. That shows what I know. That shows what I know. We would have to get Klefki in play, which is another thing we should have kept to get this guy down. But I don't think it matters. I'm fairly certain the person has left. Although now we're only hitting for 60, which is not great. But I'm like, how do we... I mean, I guess we just kill Psyduck here, right? I guess that's all there is to it. I think we Lily before we Pidge, because we need Switch. Or just Double Switch. Double Switch gets us there. Okay. Double Switch gets us there, so what do we want for you then? I guess we could put Boss in hand for next turn. I don't hate Boss in hand for next turn if it comes to it. We're going to play this game out as if we are actively in a game here, but I don't think we are. We'll switch into you, and we'll run Aaron. And then we will switch back into Lopunny, unlocking the Gale Thrust. And again, I think this game is just gone. I think that our opponent did lose connection. So I think at the end of the turn here, the game probably ends. But we're going to play it out. Get a good feel for it. Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to a lot of Pokemon Go recently, which we've talked about before. I kind of go in and out of paying attention to Pokemon Go. Right now, the extent of my Pokemon going is I will kind of open the app like once a day and just hatch the eggs that I have and redo eggs and close the eggs, or and close the app. But I did open it over the weekend. I did catch a couple Impidimps. That was kind of it. That was kind of all I did. I haven't been like locked in on Pokemon Go in a bit. I'm sure it'll swing back around soon whenever there's another big event upcoming. But I mean, right now I'm still just I need, and I should have been locked in on this event more because there was a day I did catch a ton of Hoots that were spawning during one of the rotations, and I needed to catch more because I'm still working on like catching all the Johto and Sinnoh Pokemon for the shiny Shaman quest. I've caught all of my Kanto and Hoenn Pokemon, but I still need to catch like another 100 odd Johto Pokemon, and I think like another 150 to 200 Sinnoh Pokemon. So I've also just been hoping for a community day to happen where I could just go sit, but there's not been a community day focused on a Gen 2 or Gen 4 Pokemon in a minute. It was a fun event. I'm glad you had a good time. Glad you had fun. Success. Our Jaw Fossil has been turned into a Tyrant. Alright. Our opponent has chosen to go first. Yeah, let's lead Mega Kanga. And maybe, and we just won't put down the Baneri yet. We won't let them know exactly what deck we're on. They're playing the Sharpedo. What a cool SIR. I wanted to not sit there, but I do want to see what Sharpedo does, because I don't remember. I don't remember what Sharpedo does. Greedy Fang. For 1 energy, do 70 damage, draw 2 cards. Hungry Jaws. If this Pokemon has any damage counters on it, this attack deals 150 more damage. And I believe... So that's doing 270, and I believe they play this with the Toxel and the Toxtricity that allows them to, like, put a Darkness Energy from their deck onto a Pokemon and put, like, 2 damage counters onto it. So, I mean, they put the damage themselves there. I finished that part of the quest during the event. Nice. I think I looked at, like, the next part. I think it's like I think the rest of it is relatively easy. It's just time consuming. Bud's putting down the Psyduck, not even knowing what deck I'm playing. That's crazy. I mean, I guess I got a 1 in 3 chance of this being correct. All right. We could Hilda off Rip. To get ourselves energy and Lopunny for next turn. Or actually, I mean, it's any evolution Pokemon. Let's see what's in here. Alright, I feel like we do, but also I feel like Ionoing to get like an actual hand going. Because, like, otherwise our hand is pretty dead. I mean, obviously we have Switch is nice and Ultra Ball. I mean, Hilda does get us evolution and because I just want to get more Pokemon down is what I'm focused on right now. Okay, that run Aaron did not help me. I was like, let's run Aaron and see if we can't get a Buddy Poffin. We didn't. Grab Enriching Energy. Draw 4 more cards. We'll put Pidgeot in hand, I guess. They might be able to, like, shuffle our hand, but if they do, good for them. Okay. Just want to get a Pidgey down. I would really like to get a Duskull down, but with Psyduck right now inactive... I mean, there are ways around that, of course, with Klefki. I could Ultra Ball Lopunny away to get down a Duskull, but then again, I'd have to keep a spot open for Klefki. And I don't know that it matters right now. So we'll just leave. We'll just leave B. We'll just leave B. I need Johto and Sinnoh. I'm gonna chop Eevee Totodile. Yeah, I have to catch. I'll try and catch a lot of Totodile that I can. But like, I want a community day set just for one Pokemon from the region I need, because then it'll be obviously easier. But I mean, that'll still be a good time. I'll definitely take advantage of it if I can. All right, that is another 30 Tyrants and 30 non-shinies. 420. No Sinnoh Pokemon? Yeah. Hopefully next year, early on, we'll get like a Sinnoh community day. I want to get this guy down. Wait, why'd you put energy on you? Do you want energy here? I mean, I guess their hand's pretty dead then. I guess it's good I didn't go for the Iono then. Oh, just to concede. Wait, what happened? What happened for that to be a concede? What? Maybe their game was bugged? I mean, I like winning, but like I like winning when I do things. Nothing happened there to make anything happen. That's crazy. That's also 2 games in a row we've won because just people disappeared. What does Lopunny do? Mega Lopunny if it what's the wording? if it gets into the active spot during your turn, if this Pokemon moved from your bench to the active spot during this turn, this attack does 170 more damage. So it does 230 damage for 1 energy just from starting on your bench. Now, it can start in active. You can switch it to your bench and switch it back to your active. We're utilizing Jet Energy to get there. We're utilizing switches to get there. We're utilizing maybe some Latias to get there. And then we're adding that damage in with Dusk Noirs and Dusk Clops to help us reach the high numbers. So theoretically, a pretty straightforward deck. Theoretically, a pretty straightforward deck. I don't really know the deck that well. These couple of games have been my first time playing this deck. I just want to play around with some Lopunny today, as being another new card that came in Phantasmal Flames. The other deck I want to play around with today is Dengo with the add-in of Lopunny. It's basically the same Dengo deck we've been playing, except instead of Secret Box, it's using Prime Catcher, and your cornerstone basic, or like cornerstone tech is the Baneri Lopunny. Hyper offensive, yeah, that's a good way to put it. It's a deck about like hitting hard pretty quickly, but you can also save up enough. If you have enough of your Dusks set up, you can theoretically board wipe someone if they don't have a full bench. Or in some places, you could potentially end up taking 6 prize cards in a turn. There is a world where you could take 6 prize cards. I kind of like this since my hand is kind of okay for what I'm about to do. Kind of like this and just passing. Because, yeah, we could theoretically pop 2 Dusk Noirs in the same turn to do 260 to take a Pokemon out. And take 2 prize cards, and then pop another one to like someone we've also done a little bit of damage to. It requires us to have damage on board already to really make that happen, but especially against a lot of these Mega decks. Could happen. Alright, now we will need Klefki inactive to utilize our guys. But that's something we can do. Something we can make happen. Just extra pieces needed to get there. I would love if this is just a pass. Town Store doesn't really do anything for me. We don't play any tools. So there's no benefit of the Town Store for us. Going for a TM Evo. That's pretty good. No! My Rare Candy Pidgeot EX! No! No! Alright, so we do get Lopunny Evo. And we could Hilda for confirmed energy, or we could go for the Lily and try and hit Candy again, but I can at least Dusclops. Oh man, I was really excited about getting that Pidgey set up. I was really excited about getting Pidgeot set up. I was assuming they were just ending turn there, and then they threw down the Iono. And then had a trade on top of it. My Charmander, or Charmeleon comes up here. I think we at least evolve... If we evolve you, well, we need Latias. And we'll need Jet Energy no matter what if to put down Klefki. Is there anything worth even... Again, I don't think I play anything in the Town Store. I don't, yeah. I'm pretty sure there's no tools in here. How many rare candies do I play? 4? We'll probably hit 1, right? Right? No. No, we won't. No, we will not. No, we will not. I kill this. They're doing 180. They still shouldn't be able to kill me, so we should be okay to at least take a prize here. This should be okay to at least take a prize here. Trying to see if it's worth Ultra Balling for anything right now. I don't think it is. I mean, I could Ultra Ball for Klefki and switch into the Klefki, but that doesn't give me a lot this turn. Potentially next turn could be beneficial. And I don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to put it into my hand right now either. Okay, there's our enriching energy, so we do have draw power next turn. This guy we need to be mindful of, because we don't really want to put, I mean, if they're not playing, actually, this might just be their draw power. I was like, we're playing in Zorak. We don't really want to put damage counters on Zorak because they put down a Reshiram. But this might just be their draw power. This might not even be like something to be worried about. As far as like putting damage counters on or not. Obviously the Charizard is the big worry. I was about to say I couldn't tell you off the top of my head what Mega Charizard does, but we opened up a Charizard X EX UPC, and so I have the promo right here. Inferno X, discard any amount of fire energy from among your Pokemon, and this attack does 90 damage for each card. Okay, so they need a lot of fire energy in play for Mega Charizard to do anything, and they don't have anything right now getting a lot of fire energy in play, so I doubt this is a Mega Charizard. This looks like just regular Charizard with Zorak draw instead of Pidgeot, which seems bad. I don't know. I feel like if it's not broke, don't try and fix it, but I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Okay, no, it is Mega Charizard. Okay, that makes more sense then. Such a cool art. I'm not a big Charizard guy, but this is a cool art. Okay, so what is their way of getting fire out then? Because they got the 2, but right now they're only doing 180. Oricorio is, I think, the only, like, good fire Pokemon for that. I don't know. I'm otherwise confused on what the plan is here. 360. 360 damage. Alright, our 260 plus a Dusk Noir does reach that. Our 360 plus a Dusk Noir does reach that. So let's put Klefki down. I would also need Boss, which is the other thing. I would also need Boss. The Mega NEX. That would make sense. Okay, for candy. That's pretty good. The issue here, though, now is I can't get Klefki inactive and then get Klefki out of the active while also bossing. Although I guess we could... I guess we could grab both Dusk Noirs. I could grab a Lily's, and we could hope to hit a counter catcher. And we pop both of these to go... We pop both of these to go under the requirement. And then I could counter catcher, but we would have to hit something that is beneficial to us. I don't know. I don't know. There is a world where this could work. I don't know. Let's see. Okay. Put that into active. Grab Lily. Although right now I can pop both of these because this is inactive. And I'm doing 260 with both of these. And I could like take this out. But we won't do that. We just have to hope we hit something cool off this to make this worth it. We hit the switch, which is something. So I could pop this and at least kill Zorak, which is something. But then Counter Catcher will really never be on the board for us, but that's okay. I say let's at least kill the Zorak here. And then I could also kill the Charmander, just so that way they don't have a way to power up. Mega Charizard gets 3 more energy out. 5 times 9 is 35. Right, that's math. So definitely get that potential off board for them. Build, let's put another down. I don't know. We might do something with it. Who knows? We switch Lopunny back into the active. Let me do that. Was failed. Yeah, it was a bit of a failure, but maybe it works out. Maybe it works out. There's a world where this might have worked. I don't know. We'll see. How do we hit the counter catcher, though? We would have won. Counter catcher would have been game. Which is kind of crazy. The counter catcher would have been great. 9 times 35 isn't... Oh, it's 45. It's 45. No, they still have the Orkoro. No! They take 3 prizes. As long as they don't reset our hand, I think we're still fine. I don't know. Even if they reset our hand, I think still are fine. Because there's no way to kill Lopunny and Baneri and Pidgeot. There's no way they can kill all 3 of these at the same time. So I think we are okay. I think we still have game. Did we get a Tyrant? No, we did not. I think we're still okay here. But I could see us easily still losing. Again, I don't know this deck that well. And Iono, again, fixes some of it for them. It's just bludgeon the bird with a sledgehammer and call it an ability. You know what? That is true. Okay, right now, I need 2 pieces. So I am living off a top deck. What is their ability again? As often as you like, if you have any Mega Evolution Pokemon EX in play, you may use this ability. Attach a basic fire energy from your hand to one of your benched Pokemon. Okay, so again, they need... What's the minimum they need here? 4 times 9 is 36. Alright, so they already have enough. And then they have a balloon to get inactive, and then they just kill. So we send up Pidgeot. And... I don't know what our... Because we need Boss and Lopunny. Or Counter Catcher Lopunny. Or Counter Catcher Night Stretcher. There are multiple things that we could get that would be beneficial. We'll see what the top deck is. It's the boss. What a top deck. Get the top deck graphic on the screen right now. Get the top deck graphic on the screen right now. Top deck. Nice. 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 All prize cards taken. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I honestly could have been better about the setup. I still don't fully know why the Kanga's in the deck. Obviously, it's draw power, but I feel like if we're leading instead on setting up the Pidgeot, I feel like that's just stronger. As well as having a 3-prize draw power that has to be an active to be draw power just doesn't feel that strong. I don't know, I could be wrong. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing, but I don't see the whole benefit that Kangaskhan brings to this deck. Sacking your deck is illegal. My bad. My bad. Also, I don't love the Dittos. Although, it is nice to have other outs to the Baneries and to the Duskulls. I feel like we could, if we just... I feel like just building in more... We already run 4 Poffin, 4 Nest, 4 Ultra Ball. I feel like we don't need the Dittos as outs. I feel like we're going to hit a way to at least get some Pokemon on the bench. I feel like just building in consistency over Dittos, and I feel like just these are 3 cards that aren't giving as much as they could be. Same with Latias to a degree. Because Latias lets me take a basic. I feel like if we just go like a stronger bird build, might be like something more along the lines of like Charizard going for a, you know, a 2/1/2. Feels like it would be worth more to me. I don't know. I feel like that would be worth more. I'm never too worried about not having candy, because we'll always pretty much have candy, but I feel like these being prized would suck. I can see Klefki with Latias being beneficial. We retreat into the Klefki, and then we jet energy, so I can kind of see the synergy there. I feel like a 4-2-3, I feel like that's fine. That's super fine. Because we want to have a heavy Dusk to at least get it set up. The switches I like. Honestly, I might add a 3rd Lily. Arven, I feel like isn't really needed. Arven could get us Counter Catcher, but we're playing no tools, so I don't see. So there isn't a huge benefit for that. If that's the case, just, you know, play Petrol, because then you can also grab out Jamming Tower if you wanted to. But yeah, so I don't really see a good Arven in here. I feel like just more draw power is better. So I had 50 Lopunnies. That's the picture. 50 Lopunnies. And is there a better Baniri, or is this the best Baniri? We have 60 HP ones, but they're all one cost retreats. If any of these were like free retreats, obviously it'd be different. And then Charmed does 25 does 20 damage. It's not worth anything. Skip 10 damage isn't worth anything. Yeah, they're all pretty much the same. This one just I can put on the bench and survive a Dragon Bolt. Although this one's also 70 HP. If it had a cool art, it could be worth it. I really do like this art. What set is this from? I don't know, but this art is really pretty. I don't know, these two are the exact same. I feel like run around being able to like switch to an active is just better. I feel like the 10 damage or the 20 less is never going to matter. But being able to run around, and if I'm stuck in active, like I opened just Baniri, I can attach and use the attack to retreat into Duskull, so that way they can survive on bench. That just feels strong. That just feels strong. What it might be. But I don't see it coming up all that much, honestly. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Bum, bum, bum. I feel like I'm okay going first, but I would prefer second. First isn't going to kill me if we open a Lopunny. Like, we get a Lopunny and a Duskull down. We'd prefer to go second, so that way we can shuffle with our supporters. But it's not the end of the world if we go first. It's just not, it's not the greatest. Maximum belt. Good to know. You know, what build of Charizard this is. No secret boxes. Although, I don't know, this could be a Mega Charizard X deck. Again, the one we saw last game is the first Mega Charizard X I've seen. Also, these sleeves are just so cool. Let's go. Oh, like, I really want Pidgey and Lopunny down. Okay, this is Mega Charizard X. What a... Give me the top deck graphic. Get the top deck graphic on the screen. Okay. Mulligan did benefit me, because I was able to draw one more card and get that Boffin. Although I would have opened Pidgey, which isn't that bad, because at least we got Pidgey down. Okay, so we keep this hand, so we Ultra Ball, Jamming Tower, and whatever our top deck is to get Pidgeot. And then we Rare Candy Pidgeot. And then we evolve a Mega Lopunny onto the bench, and then we Jet Energy the Mega Lopunny into the active, and then we Lily's Determination. What is Battle Cage? Prevent all damage counters from being placed on bench Pokemon from the... So this just is Dragapult. Cool. And we take 2 prizes and get rid of this. Bye, bye. Bye, bye, bye. Yeah. Actually, we could boss. Instead of Lilying, we could boss and just get rid of their only Charmander. And then we have Lily next turn. How do you feel about that? I feel pretty positive about it overall. It slows them down. There's not a lot they can do. They need Mega for this to work. So I think we just boss. I think we just boss and punish. Not punish. We're not punishing them. We're bullying them. And then we Lily's next turn. Is there a world where we want like a Hyper Blower? Because this would be a great Hyper Blower situation. I don't know. I feel like we have too many basics that we're putting on bench that it wouldn't come up that often enough to be worth anything. Obviously, in a situation like this, it's incredible, but how often is a situation like this going to come up? An Iono to refill my hand, but I wanted to use that Lily. That's fine. It's fine. This is pretty good. That's pretty good. Switch into Pidgeot Retreat. I'll take that. No time runs. And still only 1 Charmander goes down? I feel like we gotta kill the Charmander, right? I feel like we gotta kill the Charmander. I mean, this will be my only... We'll have no more Gust, but I feel like at this point we won't really care about Gust. You know, I feel like at that point we'll be Gusted. Anything else that they haven't active, we're okay killing. Also, again, it just stops them from having Charmander. And continues to slow them down. Good board, how you doing? Really think Lopunny and Dengo is such a good idea. Chaos Cornerstone winner, right? That's kind of crazy. One of my buddies was playing a build last night with it. He was like, "This is so good. It feels so good." And I was like, "Okay, I got to test that out tomorrow." I was like, "I want to play Lopunny a little bit." I was like, "But I also want to play around with Goldango." So we'll probably only play a couple more games of this, and then swap over. His list is a very similar like Goldango rocks that we've seen. It's using Prime Catcher as the ace spec. It's basically the exact same Goldango we've been on. A 4/4 of Dango, a 2/2 of rocks. The 8/3 energy spread. It plays the Picnic Basket, a Super Rod, the Premium Power Pro, and then of course a 1/1 Baneri Lopunny. So like it's a very like what we've been seeing of Dango. But I'm still excited to like play around with it. That's why I was like, I'm not gonna start with it because I know how Goldango plays, and in theory I kind of know how it plays. And an Ultra Ball, I don't think so. I think it's just he's hoping the draw power gets there. Let me actually pull up the list. That was my thought too. I was like, I don't know, maybe you're just always hitting enough draw that you can find it when you need it. No. No Ultra Ball. 4 Nest, 3 Gong, 4 Boss, of course, for Arven, 2 Turo. I could see like swapping a 3/1 for 3 Nest, 1 Ultra, but I feel like again the deck has so much draw power that you'll probably find it. But to your point, when you need it is when you probably won't find it. I think our opponent also did disconnect. I think that's why it took so long to promote a Pokemon, and we haven't seen them do anything with any cards they've drawn. So I think we're just waiting this one out. Now, I could go for a very silly... I could go for a very silly... I could actually board wipe them, even though they're not here. Even though they're not here, do I want to sit through that though? Kind of, right? That'd be kind of funny to board wipe them. Oh, I forgot about the battle. Oh, hold up a second. I didn't realize the battle cage stops that too. Oh, prevent all damage counters. Oh, it's just on binged Pokemon. Oh, it helps if I read. It helps if I read, chat. Why am I out here not reading? I don't know why I thought it was active. But we talked about it being pulled. Why would it be active? I'm dumb. It's okay. I mean, they disconnected. We could have just grabbed our stadium first. That's why I should have grabbed the stadium first. So I could have board wiped them. Even though they're not here, they disconnected. Just take the knockout and move on. I think Christian, Frontnaught is playing around with Lopunny and Dengo too. He actually plays it with Hops Kramer as well. Okay, so I was talking to my buddy because we're going to we're going to try and go to a cup this weekend that's like a little... It's a bit of a drive. It's not typically a whiz no not reader. That is true. I do read a lot of books. I don't read a lot of cards, though. I'll tell you how many books I've read this year, and then I'll get back to the thought I was going with about the cup that we're going to, because that's another story. I have read 44 books this year. I have read 21,143 pages this year. Although I've slowed down in the back end. I do read a lot. So my buddy and I were talking about going to a cup this weekend. That's a little bit further than we tend to go. The store we're potentially going to is like an hour-and-a-half drive. This is a quick scroll through of what his list is. Wow. The reason being, the last time he went to the store, which was a few months ago, only like 4 people showed up to it. And so we're like, hold up a second. We could go to a cup where it might just be just our group. And like one of it'd just be a fun like go out, but we could also better chance of like winning a match just for the sake of doing it. So none of us are like trying to chase like a Worlds invite because we know we're all like not at that level. But we still think it'd be just a fun, like silly way to just like try and nab an easy cup win. So I was asking him, I was like, what are you going to play if you end up being able to go? Because I'm down to go. It's just if he's free, because he has like kids and stuff. And he's like, well, if I go, I'm probably going to play Goldango. And I was like, okay, what version are you going to play? And he was like, I think I'm going to play just what I have right now, except minus Baniri, Lopunny, and then just add Hops Cramorant. And I was like, Hops Cramorant? I'm like, that's crazy. I was like, I get that like it can hit Cornerstone and as a 1-prizer, but I'm like, your opponent has to take 2 prizes for you to get there. So we're talking about we're at some point this week, because the cup we're planning to go to is until Saturday. So we're at some point this week gonna like play some games. Because I'm like in like at first glance, like it makes sense, but I'm like, I want to see out. Oh, Lopunny much better. I mean, right now, Lopunny isn't legal for the cup we're going to. Lopunny won't be legal yet. Or Phantasmal Flames, rather, won't be legal yet. What the fuck is this? Why is this in your Mega Absol deck? Why? I thought we were done seeing Iron Thorns. That's funny. Funny. Alright, well, this guy does nothing. I'm a little screwed here. I actually have no... I have no draw. And I've got no... Oh, this is not great. I'll put this down so they just can't Claw of Darkness it. Yikes. Yikes. Which, I mean, they need to get this out of... Or no, they just, I was like, they need to, they already have Latias down. Never mind. I was like, they can already get it out of active. And then like either an energy switch or just an attach from hand. I don't know. I don't feel like this is, I mean, I guess they're gonna attack with Iron Thorns. 280 is difficult for us to reach without our jamming tower, so we do need our jamming tower. Oh, you know what? And attacking like this, they get to move an energy to either Absol or Kangaskhan and like set them up. That's kind of wild. Okay, I don't know. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is something. Maybe this is something. Let's look at the boxes. No shiny Tyrant. 510. Yo, can you pick a prize card? It's just a 1 in 6 draw and you have no idea what it is. Just click one. Just click a card. Thanks. So kind of you. Come on. Come on. Come on. I'm just gonna shuffle the deck. We're just dead drawing. Any deck can dead draw. It's not necessarily. It's what happens when you don't have a card, when you don't have anything with draw power. And we just don't have anything with draw power right now, which sucks. Oh, which sucks so much. Alright, I think I'm ready to play Dengo. I miss having draw power. Is this going to be our third opponent of the... Okay, I was about to say, is this our third opponent of the day who somehow lost connection? Then in the deck. Okay, if we don't top deck something useful, we'll just concede. Especially if this guy chooses to spend another 20 minutes choosing a prize card. Cool. Dead draw. Draw pass, draw pass, draw pass, draw pass, draw pass, draw pass, draw pass. Oh, also the tie that I had over the weekend with Absolbox. It was a dead draw. I didn't set up until my 4th turn. So by the time that I set up, my opponent already had Dragapults out. But I still, and I was in a losing position. But I was able to, I wasn't stalling. And I was playing to win. I had a strategy. But I did have to stall them with some clutches. And they were mostly draw passing to try and get to their Turo, and they just weren't able to reach it. And so when when time was called in round, I had just, because I was clutching, putting 60 damage via clutches, and then bossing up a different Dragapult, so I could clutch. I was basically, it was my only way to get 60 damage on the Dragapults. So that way I could eventually go in with Absol and start Terminal, which was my goal. But by when time got called because of having to do all that, I had just gotten to the point where I was about to like, the next turn I was going to start setting up for that. What is our matchup for this? Bad, right? Our matchup for this has to be bad. I have no hand disruption. I have no way to. I mean, it's just chase the Abras. That's all it is. Our line is hope they whiff and we can chase a single Abra and just stay ahead. Although right now, not a great hand. They have 2 Abras out. Energy. And not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. Not great. I'm going to retreat here just in case they get a stadium in play. I don't want them to have an easy knock. I don't want them to have an easy knock with a stadium. Probably should have attached the energy. Probably no reason not to have attached the energy. Well, if we top deck like Lunatone or a way to get out Lunatone, we need the energy for draw. That's kind of what I was thinking. Okay. I think the game is having one of those nights where shuffles are going to take a while. Which for a deck that all it does is shuffle, it's going to be rough. That's going to be real rough. We're in a game where draws are going slow. Which I did see when I opened the game that the maintenance is happening right now. So I'm not too surprised, but I am sad. I'm not surprised, but I am sad. Sometimes I have to just take my phone and just look up what a shiny Chikorita looks like on the DS, because sometimes, you know, I'm just like, I've looked at it for so much, what if I've missed the shiny Chikorita? But no, it's very noticeable. It's very noticeable, but just sometimes you just gotta double check, you know? You just gotta double check. Draw one. Dude, come on. Come on. What a terrible draw one. Cosmic Beam for 0. Just for fun. I just want to click the button, you know? Sometimes you just want to click the button. Yeah, they let you play when some maintenance is happening. Some maintenance they let you play. When they're doing their big maintenance where, like, updates are being applied, they take the servers down. But for light maintenance, which happens fairly often because this game is held together by duct tape. That's being too kind to duct tape. Or that's being too mean to duct tape, rather. If it was held together by duct tape, it would probably work better. Ooh, what a... Didn't think of Dawn in this deck, but Dawn makes sense. I do think we are... I don't think we beat this deck. I think our goal is to attack with Soul Rock. So that way they have to, like, Gust to get 2 prizes. But, I mean, they just one-shot anything at this point. We have no hand disruption. So I do think we would be better off spending our time conceding and playing an actual game. You didn't even need to do that. Me having the balloon there does actually nothing for me. You just did that because you could. And I respect that. Powerful hand, 360 damage. Yeah, we don't really have anything to deal with this, but I mean, the likelihood that we see this very often and all is low. This isn't like a high play deck. What higher chance of drawing energy? Not enough energy to do anything cool. And then they just kill me. Let's look at the box. No shiny Tyrant. Or us not getting a shiny Tyrant. Which, like, running a single Iono or, you know, would help us with that, but I just don't think that's worth it. If that deck ever becomes a deck that gets, like, a ton of play, and then we'll tech it like an Iono or like Mist Energy or something, but do not think it's worth it right now. Or probably ever. But, you know. That's neither here nor there. Nor anywhere. Wow, look at that mulligan. Okay, this is a somewhat better opening hand. Actually, I take that back. This is a great opening hand. So we also have Arven. So we can nest ball, we can fighting. This is a good opening hand. I like this hand. And it's against Joltik Box. Wait, did I win the coin flip? I did. I was about to say, why did they choose to go first? Because they didn't. I chose for them to go first. So they'll be a turn behind, so I can kill the Joltik, which is cool. So they'll be multiple turns behind. I mean, well, they'll have to just reestablish the Joltik, basically. So they should go ahead and they should tan unit for a Joltik, yeah. Because they know I'm going to kill the Joltik inactive. That way they can promote the next one. Giga. 2. Although if we top deck boss, I might just boss and punch Giga. We don't. So I won't. Although we could potentially find boss. We have a prized boss. Or actually, hold up. We get Arven for Prime Catcher. We could punch the Pikachu. So that way the Pikachu isn't really a big threat. So they also have to set it up. Where we ran Prime Catcher. I think we do, right? Although we'll have no, but I mean we'll be at. We won't be able to Arven to get a. I think we're okay actually because they'll have to Joltik anyways. So they'll put Joltik back in active, which will allow us to find. Which will allow us to find a way to get down a Gimmighoul. But I feel like punching the Pikachu is pretty good. Or we could just grab the hands. I don't know, I feel like this is pretty decent. Break the Pikachu. We could also just hit it for a clean 100 damage. I feel like that's pretty good. Hit it for a clean 100 damage. That way, Dengo only needs to use 2 energy to get there. I mean, they have the 1 to retreat, so they aren't stuck in active by any means. I feel like that's pretty decent, because they still need to... next turn, or this turn, they still have to end their turn with Joltik inactive. To set up energy. So... I don't care about the Bravery Charm. I only cared about hitting the Pikachu, so that way it just wasn't damaged. Or so that way it was damaged. Okay, they Bravery Charm the hands. And they concede. Because they don't have... I guess probably they didn't have energy for getting Joltik. But my next turn, my goal was to draw 3 and hopefully find a way to get a Gimmighoul down. Like, we would have needed to get a Gimmighoul down. That definitely was okay-ish, but not great. That was okay-ish, but not great. I'll take it. I'll take it. And we're already halfway through the battle pass. I wish, like, the 100th minute... Like, I get that it's, like, 11 of these with a lot of cool pulls, but I feel like they should just put, like, the cool arts down there for sure. Like the SIRs. Like, I know you get some of them through the battle pass, but... I do have a Jaw Fossil. Here, take it. Here, take it. They like waffles. 3,370 resets. 30 away from our next 100. Our opponent has chosen to go first, which is okay with me. This opening hand is not okay with me. Oh, what? Hey, it is the Sharpedo deck, which we didn't get to see earlier because our opponent disconnected before we got, or no, was that the one where I dead drew and I conceded? I think our opponent disconnected. I don't think we actually got to see what they did. I think that's what happened. I'm living off a top deck right now. Would love to see an Arven. Would love to see any way of searching out a Soul Rock. Would not love to see a Lopunny. Lopunny actually pretty low on the list of things I want to see off the top deck. Lopunny is definitely not it. That is definitely, of all the things that I requested, that was not it. They might just be able to get the knockout here. Yeah, they actually do just get the knockout here. Nice, good for you. All right. Oh no, they don't. They needed one more energy. I was like, they have an energy attachment, but they didn't. So here's the thing. I could boss and they subjugating chains and they just kill me. So we'll just Turo for game. We'll just Turo for game. We'll go out on our own terms. You can't take me. I don't care how comfy your shorts are. Only I can take me out. That's not true. Anyone else can take me out. It's pretty easy. Oh, we're back at it. Alright, well, we know what decks each other's playing. I guess they don't know for sure what deck I'm playing. All they saw was the Lunatone. But we know they want to go first, so this coin flip will work out for us. No matter what, we know we're going second. Run it back. Do I want to go first? No, of course not. I really want them to go first. Wow, almost a better starting hand. If just I had a basic, this would be such a better starting hand. Alright, now they know what I'm playing. Okay, we have a fighting gong. I was about to say, back-to-back opening just the Lunatone? Back-to-back just Lunatone would be crazy. That'd be crazy. No time runs. Hey, no, actually knowing they wanted to go first, I probably should have just chose to go first and hope to get a Dengo down. So that way we could start swinging. Although, had they opened active any of the 70 HPs, we could have taken a knockout, but they didn't. Previous time I picked Conquest back up, I remember there's a battle feature where if your friend had the game, you could make teams from those who'd register in your gallery. Oh, and fight each other. That's cool. I still need to get it on a physical cartridge. I could Turo Lunatone so that way I could actually attack with Soul Rock and put damage. I don't know if the damage will matter. But we'll do it. We're in a real bad spot here. What is this? Like, we have multiple bad opens. Multiple bad opens. Dengo, my beloved, why would you do this to me? Why would you do this to me? Okay, they're trying to find their Petch so that way they can get back into active, and they'll probably find it pretty easily. They have a lot of outs to it, Nest Ball being the easiest. So, good for them. Remember getting to do that with a friend of mine back when the game was first out. I just want to play it. I just want to play it again. I want to play it again. Okay, so Soul Rock dies, and... But you don't have to move. You don't have to monkey, I promise. I promise that you've probably got this one, bud. I promise you probably got this one. If we could have just gotten a Dengo out. That's crazy. Oh, that's crazy, bud. If you just click the kill, I'll let you have it. If you play the game, I was like, if you play the game, I'm gonna concede, but I'll let you click the button. That's what a dead draw. I would have liked to have played that. I would like to see how that plays out. I think we play it out pretty easily because they have to attack with a 3-prizer. And so we just can pretty easily reach that damage, especially since they have damage counters and they're poisoned. But we just... My god, we have not been able to get down a single gimme goal. We've been playing... This is our, I think, 4th or 5th game of Goldango. I've yet to put a gimme ghoul on the bench. That's not true. The very first game I put a gimme ghoul on the bench. And then I didn't draw into literally anything else. So that's not true. I am being a bit dramatic. Shane's DS Wireless isn't thing anymore. I think they would do it with local play. Yeah, that is sad that so much of that has like fallen by the wayside. Chat, we get a gimme. We get a gimme ghoul. Got a gimme ghoul. We did it, Joe. And we get to kill a Dreepy. We did it, Joe. Or a Badoo. I mean, I'm not really that. I'm not really that picky. I'm not really that picky. I'll kill a Badoo. I mean, they'll probably leave the Dreepy inactive because they don't want to kill Badoo. They want to put me under item lock. Definitely want to kill. I definitely want to kill. I feel like we don't go for the draw. I know I would like to draw Pokemon here, but I feel like we do just go for the Soul Rock. I feel like we just Cosmic Beam here. I feel like we just Cosmic Beam here because I have Nest Ball in hand. Yeah. I feel like that's just better. The one downside to getting a physical copy is you want me to speed up with the Spectre statue. I don't want to be able to speed up anything. I love speed up. I love speed up. But I still do want to get a physical copy. One day. It's not that expensive of a game. If I ever find it like at one of these retro stores, which I don't go to retro stores all that often. But like sometimes if I'm out and about with nothing to do, I will like poke in. If I'm near a retro store, I'll poke in and see like what they have. I'm primarily looking for Fossil Fighters and Pokemon Conquest, but I'll just look around at everything else they have as well. But so far I've yet to find either. And when I've asked the stores about them, they'll be like, both of them come in like somewhat often. Every like couple months or so we'll see them, but they don't typically stay around long. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, shoot, I should have Nestballed. What am I doing? I should have Nestballed last time. I knew we were going under item lock. What am I doing? Chat, why am I stupid? Chat, quick question. Why am I stupid? Wait, don't answer that. Wait, don't answer that. I am really stupid. I was supposed to Nestball knowing we were going under item lock. And they could easily take, like, I did this to myself. If they get Dusk Skull, Dragapult, Energy, I did this to myself. Because I knew we were going under item lock. We talked about it. I should have just put down the Genesect. We had a whole thing about it. And that is completely on me. If we lose this game because of that, I did it to myself. There's the Dragapult. Just show me the other pieces, then I'll leave in shame. Ultra Ball. If you want to, that'd be cool. I don't know how far out of drive it is to those places, though. The couple of stores that are near me, I just haven't. I need to just go to, or just call them. I could just call them. But I think it is somewhat of the fun of like just happening across it, because I also could just buy it off eBay. Aw, and the counter catcher, and the counter. Wait, you didn't even need to do that. That was unnecessary. That was unnecessary. You didn't even need to do that. You didn't even need to do that. You just popped the Dusk Skull and taken out the Soul Rock. Because no matter what, they were still taking out the same amount of Pokemon. I don't know, I'm confused on that one. I did play myself out of that game though. I did that to myself. Did it to myself. Did it to myself. It's been a while since I've played Dengo though, so I'm not. I guess I can blame it on not thinking about it since I haven't played the deck in a while. But I don't think that's a really good, very good reasoning. No, not the Baneri Open. Anything but the Baneri Open. What is this? What is this pile? Alright, boxes. No shiny Tyrants. Up to 570. Ooh. Ah. Why do I keep getting matched on people who take forever to set up? We have matched into so many people who have taken so long to set up. So I can only hope it's the game. I can only hope it's the game causing that. Does this flip ahead to look for a Pokemon? Gonna look at the card. Flip a coin's head, search for an evolution. If tails, search for basics and rockets. Okay. So it's, Quick Ball? Quick Ball used to do that? I can't remember. Okay, I will at least take Draw Power. 6, 7, 8. One of our fighting energies prized. Please give me something useful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, hold up, so what am I doing? I have game. What am I doing? I have game. I was like, what am I doing? I literally have game in hand. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, you don't have to say exactly there. Absolutely. If you see it, let me know. If you don't like go out of your way to like search for it. But if you happen to see it, let me know. Oh man, I have a group chat with friends who just play game. And they'll send when they like order cards. This is one of them ordered Pokegears today. That's how much is that? That feels like it's got to be an expensive Pokegear, especially because they're League Cup stamped. Pardon me for the hiccup. Those have got to be expensive. I am someone who doesn't tend to play max rarity because I don't have the money for max rarity. But if I could, I would. I would play max rarity if I could. Those specific. Oh my god. Those are $20 a piece, and they bought 4 of them. Good for them. Good for them. Those are cool cards, though. I absolutely would play them if I had them. The Pokegears I want, though, are... How much are they? Where are they at? Where are the gears I want? Oh, hold up. The gear I want's only $11? I want the one from Heart Gold, Soul Silver era. Because I think they're really pretty. But they're damaged. Oh no, those are Japan printings. US printings. English printings that are heavily played or damaged are like $7. Lightly played are $10. I just can't justify spending money on cards right now on like singles unless it's for decks I actually want to build. I don't visit there super often, but whenever I swing, I'll keep an eye out. Message if I see him. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right, let's go Dengo Rocks. I gave it some time so that way I wouldn't match into the same people I've been matching into. I'm pretty sure this is the person we just played. Could be wrong, though. Could be wrong, though. I would like to be wrong, though. I would like to play someone else. Same person, because they're going so insanely slow. Which is why I wanted to play someone else. They could have a bad connection. It might not be their fault. They could just have a bad connection. Never want to assume the worst in people. Even though people often make it so easy to do so. Oh, and we got a Baniri open again? That's crazy. That's crazy. We're going to go back-to-back Baniri open. At least we do have an Arven, so I will prioritize. Depending on the top deck, I will prioritize getting Guineas down. If we top deck a way to search out a basic, I don't know. Then we might Arven to get down one of the other rocks. But a Baniri open, we gotta get some Guineas down. Especially they out here being all set up. Look at them playing quick now. They're locked in now. I appreciate that. I appreciate them locking in. I appreciate them locking in. Alright, we got a Gimme Prized and a... I actually don't know how many Arven we play. How many Arven does this deck play? I don't know. This isn't my build. Wait, let me pull it up really fast. Now I'm the one playing slow. Where's the deck list? 2 Arven prize. We play 4. So 2 Arven, a Gimme, a Nest, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Okay. Attach return and pass. And pass. Not the Switch. Not my poor Baniri. Anything but my poor Baniri. Oh, Baniri. You were supposed to win. That's fine. Bud, you were just playing so fast. What happened? Okay. We have Dengo. We honestly almost have Knockout. I should have put up the other one, but I didn't think I was going to get another Dengo. I'm right now hitting for 200, which is not enough. I could balloon. But if I draw like if I draw one... I need 3 energy for the knockout. So... I need 3 energy for the knockout. I don't think it's worth it. So... I think we just draw 1. Soul Rock. Cool. I mean, we could Prime Catcher you. We could Prime Catcher the Soul... Spidops, which doesn't really slow them down by much. Doesn't really slow. I think we'll just put 200 damage here. Oh. No shiny Tyrant. What's their damage output, actually? They actually can reach 260, can't they? No, 220? Could they not have... Oh, no, it's off their benched. Okay, yeah, so that is their highest damage output they had. Oh, you know what? I should have kept the fighting energy, actually. Just in case we were able to reach a way to get Lunatone down for draw. Yeah, no reason not to Nest Ball here for Lunatone. No reason not to. We want a Turo? Kinda, actually. Yeah, let's Turo. Get this damage off the field. We don't have the energy anyways, but I mean, we wouldn't have had it anyways. This way we get 4 more draw. Yeah, this is absolutely worth it. Yep, absolutely worth it. Cool. Go. What was that? Telling me we're not going to draw into superior energy recovery? That's crazy that we're not going to draw. How many SERs are in the deck? All 4 were in the deck. And you're telling me we're not going to draw into either of them? You're out here telling me we aren't going to draw into either of them? That's crazy. That's crazy. We have it next turn, but that's crazy that we didn't draw into either of them. Justin, how you doing? Do you remember me? I remember almost no one, including most people I have conversations with face to face. If that makes you feel any better. I'm really bad with names. And I also work at a company where it's like culture that everyone wears like a name tag, which I know is most companies. But like everyone wears a name tag, and even then when I talk to people face to face that I have meetings with on the daily, if they aren't wearing their name tag, there's a 90% chance I don't know their name. Because I have a bad memory. It's really problematic. It's really quite problematic. I will walk by people in the hallways sometimes at work, and they'll be like, "Ah, hey Chandler," and I'm like, "Hey!" No idea. No idea who they are. And I'm like, and I know you know my name because I'm not wearing my name tag. I was like, so I know you actually know who I am. I'm like, I got no idea. It's rough. It's rough out here. But I hope you're having a wonderful day nonetheless. This will potentially be our last game, depending on how long it goes. Otherwise, this will be our second to last game. Games tonight haven't been bad, but they've just been slow. I have to hope it's client side, but I haven't experienced any of it on my end. Like, I haven't had any issue, like, drawing cards or, like, setting stuff up, but I just don't see how we've run into this many players who are just not putting Pokemon in active, not ending their turn. Like, I just can't imagine we have gotten that unlucky to run into... Like, we've hit so many people who are playing slowly. And not like slow play that like you would equate to actually in real life playing. Like just this is taking like 3 minutes just for them to set up their Pokemon. And they chose to go second. Let's get another gimme go down. Well, yeah, look how quick and concise I was with my turn. Also, we've run into this deck 3 or 4 times tonight. This is the first person who's chosen to go second with it. Every other person I've seen with this deck, when winning the coin flip, has chosen to go first. What does Viper do? If you have any Mega Evolution Pokemon EX in play, attacks by these Pokemon do 120 damage more, so it does 220. Or 240. That's cool. Could be a different variant. Because we also, I think every time we've played this deck tonight, we have not had a lot of good luck in actually getting to, like, play through the deck. Because we've just had such bad opens. I will take an Artisan. I will take an Artisan for a Lunatone. That sounds fantastic to me. Do I want Lopunny? Lopunny does 230. No, 230 does not kill the Sharpedo, because I think the Sharpedo is like 270. So I think we just we could put down Genesect to start clearing out these Dengos. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, they are going to kill us this next turn, which is pretty bad. Although, actually, I could Air Balloon attach and kill. Actually, yeah, that's what we'll do. We will not attack with Goldengo. We will not attack with Goldengo. We will attack with Soul Rock. We will attack with Soul Rock. Take the knockout. And force them to have Gust if they want to take a 2-prizer. Force them to have Gust if they want a 2-prizer. But now we actually get to see how this matchup goes, because I didn't know how this matchup would go against Mega Sharpedo. Because realistically, it's fairly easy for Goldengo to reach the high HP damage, the high HP required to kill Megas. Yeah, 330. It's fairly easy. It's not the easiest, but Goldengo can reach those numbers. So I'm like, is this a good matchup for us or a bad matchup for us? I feel like it's got to be pretty okay. I mean, they can also knock out our Goldengos, but they take 2 prizes and we take 3. Which just feels pretty good to me. That Iono doesn't really hurt me that much because I wasn't going to use those SERs. So I'm actually kind of okay with this. Arven to search out energy, Prime Catcher to pull something into active if we want it. I actually don't hate this. Do we want a Genesect to shuffle? Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't want to shuffle first. Well, I have to shuffle first, actually. It's the only way I can get... and if we top deck fighting energy, then no, we will not... We will not shuffle first. We'll just Lunar Cycle. Because we put a Goldengo at the bottom of the deck and 3 SERs, which are not useful to draw into right now. But I think they're just going to attack with this guy and just poison us. During your opponent, that Pokemon can retreat, but that's fine. We're going for a Prime Catcher if we do anything. So I'm okay with this. I'm super okay with this. No shiny Time Runt. We'll send up this Goldengo. Send up this Goldengo, draw 2. Boss's Order doesn't really help us. Actually, I feel like we should shuffle then. Well, no, let's draw 2 first. Let's draw 2 first. Should have shuffled. Should have shuffled. Should have thinned the deck. Should have shuffled. That's on me. Get another Soul Rock. Search out the 2 energy. Grab the Dengo. How much energy is in the discard? Only 3 energy. We just have bad energy prizing? Why am I Nestballing? Or nothing. I was like, just for thinning. We have 3. We have 4 energy in deck. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 2 energy price. That's not awful, but it is still not as much as I would like to see there. I would like to see less energy there. Carbon, Earthen Vessel, Air Balloon, or Vitality Band. Does Vitality Band get us anything? Oh, the extra 10 damage doesn't help anything. 3 energy and discard, and we're going to cycle one away. I don't think Premium Power Pro does anything for us. No. Does nothing for us within this matchup, so we can just get rid of it. And then let's Lunar Cycle for 3. Dude, what is up with not hitting SERs tonight? We still do have 2 more draw. But if we hit the 2 more, if we even recover these 4, that's only hitting 300 right now. So I don't want to go for the Prime Catcher just yet, especially since they have Subjugating Chains, because we might want to just kill the Petron EX. But this is my retreat for turn, actually. This is my retreat for turn. So I think we should just... But even then, priming the Petron doesn't get us anywhere either. If we whiff the SER. If we whiff the SER, we don't get there either. That'd be a big whiff. That'd be a big whiff to whiff. But if we hit the SER... We recover enough energy to also attach, so it's fine. It was the next card. It was the next card. Cool. Cool. I don't think we ever reach enough without having to attach. Actually, we don't reach enough anyways. We needed one more energy. So right now we're only hitting for 300 anyways. So even then we don't reach enough. So we will just attach for turn. We will at least take 2 prizes. Meaning that a kill on the Sharpedo gives us game. 100, 200. I'm okay with that. That math still works. It just takes us a little bit longer to get there. I just wanted to get it while they had no Carvana on bench. Ba-dum. Where did I draw off the price cards? Basic Fighting. Give me Ghoul. Cool. Basic Fighting I'm good with. That's a decent draw. That right there is what I'd like to call a decent draw. Oki Gear 3.0. I don't know what they're searching for here, because again, they can only take 2 prizes, and I'm pretty well set up, especially if they don't hand disrupt. I'm in a pretty good spot. But even if they do hand disrupt, we have high chance of hitting stuff, because we still have 2 SER in deck. So even if they Iono us to 3, we still are able to Dengo and get at least a 4-card draw, because I can push those up. If I recover all this energy, I'm still missing by 1 energy. So I still need to find another energy to be able to kill this Sharpedo. How much does this do? 240. This doesn't even kill me. This doesn't even kill Goldengo. What? Okay, they're just going for a poison, and I can't retreat. Okay, so we just need energy. Because I can boss. So we just need to hit energy. Because I can boss. And we do have 2 energy in deck. So I just need to hit that, I just need to hit the, Earthen Vessel. Wow. It do just be that easy. It do just be that easy. Just ask, and you shall receive it. 400 damage. 400 damage. Let's go. All cards taken. GG. The Lopunny, we didn't really use the Lopunny, and that's my thing. That's why I was like, I didn't want to spend too much time on this deck. Because the Lopunny really only comes up against a couple things. Otherwise, we're just playing regular Goldango. But I do like Goldango with the Prime Catcher. Feels pretty good. And Goldango with... like, the draw feels good. We just had a couple bad starts. But, I mean, this deck feels good as this. I did have a lot of fun with this Lopunny deck, though. I did enjoy playing this. I definitely want to play this a little bit more. We also had some, like, rough starts with this where you also just had dead draws. So I'd like to play around with this more and see if there's a way to, like, help it a bit, because this could be a really fun deck. I am still, though, having a lot of fun with Absolbox and with Kangakone. I think Kangakone is just a blast because it's real dumb. It's just real. What about Lopunny and Kangakone? Hold up a second. Does Lopunny fit in Kangakone? And it doesn't get the heals from the Jumbo Ice Cream. And you can't penny it. So I guess we'd have to swap that for a Turo. I feel like that's thinking too much. I'm just like, it could be something. It could be something. But we don't really need it because we play the Watchtower to deal with the Cornerstone because we turn off abilities. I don't know. That is going to do it for me tonight. I think we're going to do one more reset to finish at 33.95, I think. And I want to see at least one more grouping of these fossils that we should be almost done with. We should be almost done with fossils. So actually, we'll keep DS resetting until we finish the fossils. But we should be pretty close on these. Yeah, we'll do 6 more. We'll finish at 34. That's a good point. That's a good point. I would like you to restore this fossil. And then at some point after stream tonight, I'm going to reset up my fire, my area 20 fires so I can start working on my Tepig. I'm trying so hard to find shiny Tepig. Okay, we have finished off the fossils. So let me look at this thing here, and then we'll check the fossils while this reset is happening. Alright, show me the fossils. No Tyrant. No Tyrant. That brings us to 660 Tyrants that we have looked at. We average about 300 Tyrants a stream, which is pretty cool. Oh shoot, they also just announced what the next Pokemon Mega set is called. We've been referring to it as Mega Dream, but the next set is now titled Ascended Heroes. Pokemon Mega Evolution Ascended Heroes. And it releases January 30th. I don't know how I feel about the title. I feel like I liked Mega Dream. I was a big fan of Mega Dream. Yeah, and okay, so I will be live tomorrow morning. I did forget to mention that earlier. Thank you for that call out, Sam. Probably live, because if it's gonna be another trailer, I'll be live for the trailer. Because again, we haven't really been told what the info is, but last time we were told there would be info and it was a trailer, so I'm assuming it's going to be another trailer tomorrow, so I will be live tomorrow morning. Totally understand if no one is able to catch it, but the VOD will be there nonetheless for you to watch. That is 3,400 resets on our DS shiny hunt. We will continue hunting it later. It's probably a trailer. I haven't looked at Cerebi, so it probably is. I'll have to go actually give it a look. But I'll be live in the morning with that. I already told my manager, I was like, I'm going to be in late tomorrow. And this is, I told her, because I saw the notification reminding me that the trailer was happening, or more info was happening tomorrow at 9 a.m. And so I was like, hey, I'm gonna be a couple minutes in late tomorrow. And she turned to me and she goes, more Pokemon? And I go, yeah. She's like, oh yeah. Because what was it, 2 weeks ago or whatever, when they put out the last trailer, I was like, hey, I'm gonna be in around 10 because I gotta watch this Pokemon trailer. And they were like, I don't care. Cool. So I will be live tomorrow morning. We'll watch the trailer and then I'll go to work. But thanks everyone for hanging out. Next stream is obviously tomorrow morning, but otherwise we'll be live Thursday at 8 p.m. EST with some more Pokemon hardcore. I think we're on the 7th gym. I don't know. 6th gym, 7th gym. We're going to a gym battle. I'll tell you that much. But thank you all so much for hanging out. See you later.